Hello, my name is Trevor Angood. I'm the librarian at Eastlake High School, and you can find me on Twitter at Mr. Angood. While reading through the Transcendent Technology chapter of Sonny Magana's book, Disruptive Classroom Technologies, there were four people that came to mind: Reba McEntire, Johnny Lee Miller, Idina Menzel, and Angelina Jolie. More of them in a minute. We must first define transcend or transcendent from the Latin transcendere, meaning to climb or to surmount. In transcendent education, we see students in the classroom going above and beyond what is normally accomplished or experienced. At the heart of this climb is student passion, with students starting at asking, what if? It is from this point that students, while using technology transcendentally, become the creators of their own curriculum, mapping their own path, using previous knowledge and building upon it. There is two stages in the use of transcendent technology in the classroom, the first being inquiry design, and the second being social entrepreneurship. Students start in the transcendent technology usage by creating learning paths that are led by their what-ifs. It is of the utmost importance that they research what they are passionate about or matter to them. You may have seen this with school projects similar to a Passion or 20% project. It illustrates a shift of learners from being passive participants to active in their completion of goals. Students must first come up with a wicked problem that matters to them. The term wicked brought to mind the lyric from Wicked's As Long As You're Mine, where Elphaba, originally played by Idina Menzel, proclaims that in order to fight the discrimination seen in Oz,
for the first time, I feel wicked.
A sort of curse and a blessing finds itself in this wicked problem solving, as there are plenty of problems in the world, but that there are no known limits to student creativity and imagination. After students have figured out a wicked problem, they must come up with a clear problem statement, which both defines the problems as well as what the coveted outcomes would look like. The book gave the following template: how can we describe the basic problem tasks to be resolved in such a way that you list the attributes or conditions that must be considered. For example, how can we reduce, reuse, recycle waste materials generated by the school in such a way that is financially feasible and manageable within our time constraints? Next, students must research the problem and possible solutions through a methodology of investigation. Students should be taught to use research databases, given the opportunity also to explore other web resources like podcasts, expert interviews, and video archives. They should also learn how to triangulate information by using information and resources from 3 different sources, then test whether they are valid or not. Once they have researched the information and solutions to the wicked problem, they can begin to integrate this information into problem resolutions, making sure they best fit the conditions and constraints considered in the problem statement. In order to add authenticity, it is important for students to present their findings not only to teachers and classmates, but to the global community, including those affected or have some interest or will be impacted by their wicked problem or the possible solutions. It is also important for students to reflect on their investigations and to consider the new information learned, probing on the strengths and weaknesses of their research in solving the problem. In the 1995 movie Hackers, starring Johnny Lee Miller and Angelina Jolie, hackers become involved and caught up in a corporate extortion conspiracy. In the movie, the Hackers Manifesto is quoted, whereas they say, "This is our world now, the world of the electron and the switch, and you call us criminals. Yes, I am a criminal. My crime is that of curiosity." While in the past hacking has acquired a negative connotation, Magana points out that the term has changed to a, quote, systemic and iterative approach to reviewing and reworking solutions, until solutions are achieved. Simply put, hackers are social engineers. They are the people who want to make a better world. While we do not want our students involved in criminal conspiracies, it is the curiosity, along with the newer definition of hacker, that connects to the final stage of transcendental technology use, social entrepreneurship, which takes the inquiry design phase that is built upon to create a social good and value. This idea, along with the central question of transcendent education, what if, was sung originally by Brenda K. Starr and covered again in 1997 by Reba McEntire in her song, What If? A very basic idea in the start of social entrepreneurship is seen with the students holding the cards asking, what if? In social entrepreneurship, students are self-governing hackers using new educational platforms and tools for a greater good. Building off of inquiry design, students take that wicked problem, use software environments and free programming tools to create solutions, then sharing those tools with collaborators and reflect on the strengths and opportunities for growth. This process is not a one-and-done type project. Students are on what Magana calls a continuous growth cycle to improve upon their solutions. Students' thinking differs because failure is no longer a disaster, but an opportunity for growth and reflection. However, it is important that they first reflect on the strengths to start with positivity. Once students are comfortable with their solutions, they need to share their solutions to interested stakeholders and get feedback from a global audience. By mobilizing social media, students can receive input on their solutions. Lastly, there should be opportunities to allow students the opportunity to connect with other social entrepreneurs, to share ideas, and to learn how to improve their skills. Magana closes by saying that the third millennium will be filled with digital tinkerers that are solving complex problems. He states further that it is our, quote, moral, ethical, and professional responsibility as educators to provide our students with equal opportunities to become problem solvers. Thank you.